Good morning, class 7. This is your literature class, and today we will be continuing with the chapter Uncle Podger Leaves for Work. In the previous video, we came to know that he was a careless man who would lose everything, and he is quite incapable of finding the things for himself. He would blame others for his misplaced things. So let us continue with the chapter. Every day after breakfast, Uncle Podger would lose his newspaper, and he would claim that a minute ago he had the newspaper in his hand. He would make this statement in such a tone that the readers were bound to think that Uncle was surrounded by some conjurers or magicians who took away his things in order to irritate him. In the next paragraph, when Uncle Podger's wife tells him that he might have left the newspaper in the garden, Uncle would immediately counter his wife by putting forward the question, why would he leave the newspaper in the garden, as he wanted the paper in the train and not in the garden. At this moment, somebody in the house would hand him the neatly folded newspaper. Uncle Podger would snatch the paper savagely from the person and would shout at him, as if the person who brought the newspaper was the one who had misplaced Podger's newspaper. After snatching the newspaper, he would open his bag to put it in, and then he would look at it for a moment and would go speechless, with a sense of injury. In the next paragraph, Aunt would ask him about the matter that led him to be in state of absolute silence. At this, Uncle would throw the newspaper upon the table angrily, as it was day before yesterday's newspaper. Finally, the family members found out the newspaper at a place where Uncle Podger was sitting. That means Uncle Podger was sitting on the newspaper. Uncle would smile at the people around him, not in a cheerful manner. There was tiredness which was evident in his smile, because he had the notion that fate had put him among a band of hopeless fools. Here, the hopeless fools refers to the family members of Uncle Podger. In the other words, Uncle Podger is unable to blame himself for the things he loses, but instead stays stuck in his mode of thinking that everyone in his house is at fault for his misfortune. Finally, the matter gets settled. In the next paragraph, Aunt Maria used to gather all the children in the hall to wish Uncle Podger goodbye before he leaves for his work. Of the child from the group would go missing. The moment this was brought to the notice, the other 6 children, without hesitation, would go all around with a loud cry of joy to find the one who was missing from the group. As the children had dispersed in order to find the missing child, immediately from somewhere the child who was missing would turn up by itself with a proper explanation for his absence. It would take another 5 minutes to bring together all the children again to the hall. In this 5 minutes, Uncle Podger would look for his lost umbrella and would lose his hat. So, by this time, we are aware of the fact that Uncle Podger was a careless person who would lose one thing or the other. Finally, as the group of children reassembled in the hall, the drawing room clock would strike 9. On hearing the penetrating chime of the clock, in a hurry, he would kiss some children twice, and some he would just forget to kiss. In this case, he used to believe that the children purposely mixed up themselves to irritate him. In the last paragraph, the eldest boy would come up with a tale about all the clocks in the house being 5 minutes slow when things were going too smoothly. On hearing such a statement, Uncle would rush down to the gate, where he would recollect that he had with him neither his bag nor his umbrella. Immediately, the children created a commotion in order to help Uncle to get his umbrella and the bag. Finally, when Uncle Podger rushed to the railway station and they returned to the hall, the family member would discover on the hall table the most important thing that Uncle had forgotten to take with him, that is the newspaper. And they wondered the whole day of Uncle Podger's reaction when he returns home from his work. With this, we come to the end of the chapter. Thank you.